Did you know a day on Earth isn't exactly 24 hours? It's a number we take for granted, but the reality is far more complex and fascinating. Our planet's rotation is gradually slowing, thanks to the moon's gravitational pull. This invisible tug-of-war between Earth and its only natural satellite is constantly at work, subtly changing the pace of our days. Every century, our day lengthens by about 1.7 milliseconds. It's a tiny change, almost imperceptible, but over time, these milliseconds add up to something significant. Over millions of years that adds up. When dinosaurs roamed, a day was closer to 23 hours. Imagine a world where sunsets and sunrises came just a little bit sooner. Time, it turns out, isn't as fixed as we imagine. It's a moving target, shaped by forces both cosmic and earthly. Our clocks are human inventions, attempts to impose order on a universe that's always changing. We build devices to measure time, but the universe pays no attention to our schedules. The universe keeps its own rhythm, written in the laws of physics and the dance of planets and moons. Our measurements are just our way of keeping up. If Earth's timekeeping is wobbly, why do we crave such precision? Why do we obsess over seconds and minutes, striving for accuracy in a world that's always shifting? Why did our ancestors feel compelled to measure time? What drove them to track the movement of the sun and stars, to carve calendars in stone? The story of timekeeping is the story of humanity, of survival, exploration, and curiosity. It's about our need to understand the world and our place in it. Our journey from passive observers to active participants began with a simple problem: how to organize society, how to coordinate our lives. Without a shared sense of time, cooperation is nearly impossible. Communities need a common rhythm to work, trade, and celebrate together. Society needs a schedule, a rhythm. From the ringing of bells to the ticking of clocks, we've always sought ways to synchronize our lives. Our ancestors looked to the cosmos for answers. The sky became their clock, the stars their calendar. The sun, moon, and stars became their first guides in the quest to capture the relentless flow of time. These celestial bodies marked the passage of days, months, and seasons. They needed to know when to plant, when to gather, when to celebrate. Timing was everything for survival and prosperity. This need for order sparked the adventure of timekeeping. It led to inventions, discoveries, and the birth of science itself. It's a journey that shaped civilization itself, connecting our ancient past to our modern world. And it all started with a cosmic glitch in our day, a tiny persistent change that set humanity on a quest to master time. Imagine a world without clocks, no schedules, no deadlines. Life would flow with the sun and the seasons, unhurried and free from the tick of a second hand. But in such a world, how would we know when to gather, plant, or celebrate? Peaceful perhaps, but for early humans, it was a problem of survival. Without a way to track time, every day was uncertain. Food could run out, and dangers could appear without warning. Agriculture depends on timing. Plant too early or too late, and you risk starvation. The difference between a bountiful harvest and a failed crop could be just a few days. Early farmers became astronomers, tracking the sun's path, the phases of the moon, and the constellations. They watched the heavens for clues, learning to read the sky as a living calendar. Celestial events became their calendar. The appearance of certain stars signaled planting or harvest times. The night sky was a map, guiding their choices and shaping their lives. The winter solstice promised spring's return. It was a beacon of hope in the coldest, darkest days, reminding people that warmth and growth would come again. But timekeeping wasn't just for farming. Religion and rituals needed shared moments. Communities needed to come together, to mark the passage of time with meaning. The full moon marked gatherings, solstices and equinoxes became communal celebrations. These moments brought people together, uniting them in tradition and purpose. These events strengthened social bonds and created a collective identity. Shared time meant shared stories, shared hopes, and a sense of belonging. Measuring time brought predictability to an unpredictable world. It allowed people to plan ahead, to prepare for what was coming, and to face challenges together. By understanding the sky's patterns, our ancestors could plan, coordinate, and build resilient societies. They could organize work, share resources, and create lasting traditions. They weren't just watching the universe, they were learning its language. Each star and season told a story, and those stories became the foundation of knowledge. The quest to measure time was born from the need for food and community. It was a journey that shaped how we live, work, and celebrate together. It was humanity's first leap toward mastering the future. By taming time, we took control of our destiny and began to dream beyond the present. Timekeeping became the foundation of civilization. It allowed cities to rise, trade to flourish, and cultures to thrive. And it all began with the need to tame time, a quest that continues to shape our world today. The sun was humanity's first clock, its daily journey across the sky marking the passage of time for early civilizations. Long before mechanical devices, people looked up to the heavens, using the sun's movement to guide their days and activities. A simple stick in the ground cast a moving shadow, dividing the day into morning, noon, and afternoon. This basic method helped people organize their work, rest, and rituals, giving structure to life. Over time, this evolved into the sundial, perfected by Egyptians and Babylonians over 3,500 years ago. These early sundials were carefully designed, using mathematics and astronomy to track the hours with surprising accuracy. But sundials failed at night or on cloudy days, leaving people searching for new ways to keep track of time when the sun was hidden. Enter the water clock, or clepsydra, measuring time by the steady flow of water. This innovation allowed for a more consistent and reliable way to mark the hours, regardless of weather or sunlight. Greeks and Romans built complex water clocks, some with gears and bells. These devices could even sound alarms or mark intervals, making them useful for courts, temples, and public events. Water clocks worked day and night, rain or shine, freeing us from dependence on the sun. For the first time, timekeeping became possible indoors and after dark. In China, incense clocks burned at predictable rates, marking hours with scent and sound. The gentle aroma and soft chimes brought a sense of calm and order to homes and temples alike. These inventions show the universal human drive to measure time, each culture finding creative solutions. From water to fire, every society sought to tame the flow of hours and minutes. Early clocks were more than tools, they marked a shift in thinking. Time became something we could shape, record, and share. We began dividing time into equal, manageable units, making it possible to coordinate activities and plan for the future. This new precision allowed for better planning and coordination, transforming how communities work together and how individuals live their lives. It laid the groundwork for armies, science, and society itself. Accurate timekeeping became essential for navigation, discovery, and progress. The shadow stick and water clock were our first steps toward mastering time, bridging the gap between nature's rhythms and human ambition. Humanity was no longer guessing, we were measuring, observing, and recording, turning time into a tool we could use. And with measurement came power, the power to organize, to innovate, and to shape the world around us. For centuries, water clocks ruled, but they had flaws. Water could freeze, flow rates varied. The solution? Mechanical clocks invented in 13th century Europe, powered by weights and gears. The escapement mechanism made the tick-tock possible, controlling energy release with precision. Early mechanical clocks were massive, ringing bells to organize towns and monasteries. These clocks synchronized daily life, work, markets, curfews, all regulated by the clock tower's chime. The pendulum, introduced in the 17th century, revolutionized accuracy, making clocks precise to within seconds. Clocks shrank from towers to tables, then to pockets, thanks to the mainspring. For the first time, individuals owned personal timepieces. Time became a personal possession, not just a public utility. People managed their own schedules, changing ideas about productivity and the value of time. The tick-tock revolution put time in our pockets. Mechanical clocks transformed society, making life more ordered and efficient. The quest for precision drove innovation. Timekeeping became a symbol of progress, and the world would never be the same. Timekeeping isn't a single story. Cultures worldwide developed unique systems shaped by their needs and beliefs. In the Islamic Golden Age, engineers built advanced water clocks for religious practice, driving progress in astronomy and mathematics. East Asia divided days into 12 double hours, each linked to the zodiac, blending time with philosophy and nature. Incense clocks engaged the senses, reflecting a holistic view of time. These diverse systems remind us, our modern 24-hour clock is just one way to see time. Standardization came with global trade, but at the cost of rich, varied traditions. Our perception of time is shaped by culture, a powerful lens on reality. Every society crafted its own unique rhythm. For centuries, sailors could find latitude but not longitude, leading to shipwrecks and lost voyages. The solution wasn't a new map, but a new kind of clock. Earth rotates 15 degrees per hour. With a clock set to home port time and local noon, sailors could calculate longitude, but 18th century clocks couldn't handle the sea's motion. The British government offered the longitude prize for a solution. John Harrison, a self-taught clockmaker, built the first reliable marine chronometer. His invention, with special alloys and gimbals, kept time at sea. Accurate timekeeping revolutionized navigation, making sea travel safer and mapping the world possible. It was a triumph of engineering and human ingenuity. Time was now the key to connecting the globe. The clock became the ultimate navigator. Mechanical clocks reached their limits. Modern science needed more precision. The next leap came from the atom. Physicists discovered cesium atoms vibrate at a constant frequency. Atomic clocks use this vibration to define the second, over 9 billion oscillations per second. In 1967, the second was officially redefined by atomic resonance. The best atomic clocks won't lose a second in 300 million years. Why such accuracy? Our technology depends on it. GPS satellites use atomic clocks. Your phone's location relies on nanosecond timing. Power grids, financial markets, and the internet all run on synchronized atomic time. Every call, transaction, and web search depends on this invisible precision. We've gone from tracking shadows to measuring the universe's fundamental vibrations. Atomic clocks are the silent backbone of our world. Precision timekeeping shapes modern life. The heartbeat of the atom keeps our world in sync. Look around, our world runs on precise timekeeping. Your alarm, traffic lights, trains, and even your morning coffee depend on synchronized schedules. The global economy, factories, and stock markets operate on the clock. Microseconds can mean fortunes. This drive for speed and order began with medieval tower clocks and now spans the globe. Even our social lives, calls, broadcasts, New Year's countdowns, are synchronized by time. Shared moments create a sense of global community. Time is the framework for our collective experience. From sunrise-watching farmers to atomic physicists, our journey with time is one of increasing control. Every tick of a clock is a reminder of human ingenuity. Timekeeping is the foundation of civilization. Our relationship with time defines who we are. We've traveled from sundials to atomic clocks, from planting crops to navigating oceans. The story of time is the story of us, our struggles, breakthroughs, and curiosity. The clock on your phone is the latest chapter in a journey thousands of years old. Every tick is a legacy of astronomers, engineers, and explorers. A simple question, what time is it, sparked revolutions and shaped our destiny. The universe is filled with stories as wondrous as time itself. So next time you check the time, remember the journey that brought it to your hand. The adventure continues, let's keep exploring together.